Call Up Podcast. Join your hosts, Kenny and DJ, for your weekly dose of pro wrestling excitement.
Would you please shut the hell up?
From the latest news to heated debates, we got you covered. Every week, we dive into the world of professional wrestling, sharing our insights and opinions on the hottest topics. Plus, don't miss our top 3 winners and losers of the week. It's always a showdown.
What you gonna do when Hulkamania destroys you?
But here's what makes us different. We want you to feel like you're right here with us. Our goal is to make you a part of the show, because after all, wrestling is better when it's shared with friends. With 2 years of experience in the wrestling media scene, we're more than qualified to bring you the inside scoop and a fun and lively twist.
What the rock is cooking?
Get ready for a funny, loud podcast where you're not just a listener, you're a valued member of the conversation. Welcome to the Call Up Podcast.
You're welcome.
Oh man, DJ, we are back. It's another edition of the Call Up Podcast, and I know some people were wondering where the fuck were we at for the last 2 weeks. I had some technical issues. You were hanging out in the wings for a little bit. Then last week we had the Dijak interview that we did with the other knuckleheads that were there. You were working. It was. I left to Florida for a week. It was a mess. But we're back though.
We're back.
A lot to talk about.
Yes.
We got our usual suspects in the chat right now.
Already.
Crown is in the chat. Jamal is in the chat. We're waiting on everybody else to come in. If you guys are still with us in the audio world, thank you so much for tuning in to another week of the Call Up Podcast. DJ, what is going on with you? How is the new job treating you over there? They treating you nice?
Well, it's showtime for right now. So yeah, man. Like the new job is going great. So nowadays, like I get off, I get to clock out an hour, like right about an hour before we go on. So I eat real quick and turn all the lights on in the room and get in the mood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everything's been great, man. Like I went to Stockton Con. Yesterday was my birthday.
That's right. We gotta acknowledge that it was DJ's birthday this week. Okay. I would sing to you, but then people would probably just tune out.
Yeah.
Here, but if you guys follow us on Instagram, you've seen the posts that we had up for DJ. And did you do anything special for your birthday?
So Stockton Con, got to meet the man they call Sting.
Right.
At Stockton Con, got a honor, so that over on this shoulder you could probably see that is signed, like that.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest Moments is signed now. Couldn't get him on the show though, but that's all right.
No, we tried.
And what else did I get? Oh, and then like this here, like, so this is wood.
That's
and yeah, and somehow this guy got like a laser like printing on some kind of way he printed this on this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can see like it's still got a little bit of bark on the sides.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, no, I gotta have, like, that's some stuff you don't find every day.
Exactly.
So I had to get that. Shout out to, I want to get this. So GMO Lano is what his name is.
Okay.
GMO Lano, GMOLANO _art on Instagram if you want to find him.
Nice. Definitely got to give them a plug. So we get all the info. We'll plug them on the Instagram page. Hopefully, get some more business. If he does come on the show, let us know. It'll be great to have a little chat with you about your work.
Yeah. There was a nice family of folks that was sitting in his booth, and love to have him on.
Okay. Are you still off on Fridays? Because I know the last time we spoke, you was just like, this job just has me off on random Fridays.
Every other Friday. So this Friday, like tomorrow, I work. Or when you guys are listening to this, I work. But next Friday, I have off, and so on. Like every other Friday, I have
Lucky
off.
man. I unfortunately have to go to work tomorrow, which sucks. I wish I was off. This would be so much better.
So like you can plan things around that,
that would be great. But unfortunately,
so you get a 3-day weekend like every other week.
I'll take it.
It's how this works.
Yeah, but before we get into the news, I've been drinking these Trulies. Have you seen these? It's like this one is watermelon lemonade. And I have another lemonade here. Yeah, I have like these here. They're like the black cans Trulies that they have now. Pretty good, but I find myself that like because it only has like 5% alcohol, right? Like I'll just down these.
No, they're kind of dangerous.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It is because like right now I got 2 for the show. I said, you know what? I'm gonna have two for the show. Right, so you never know, but luckily it's nothing too hard because the last time I did a show and I was drinking, it was me and Toe, and me and him we kept arguing back and forth. I don't know if you ever saw that episode of the show that we did. I'm trying to think what were we arguing about? Oh, we were arguing about Dominic Mysterio. Like when he first started, with like the company, and I think it wasn't when he first started, but it was in that range of when he was turning heel against his dad, right? And all I remember is that I was drinking. Gigi, she's always with her Jameson, and then boom, next thing you know, we just start yelling at each other, and Toe don't drink, so it was just him with pure emotion and me with like maybe like a couple of drinks in already.
Yeah, because once like Toe gets an idea and he's 10 toes down. Like so,
no.
So that's what
the crazy thing about it is that's what I think that's what I love about Toe, because he will stand on that hill,
right,
and he will die on that hill. He will not. Even though if you know that he's wrong, he will still try to say that he's right.
Right. I mean, he's been on the Cody Rhodes hill before he won the championship.
The thing about it is, he's been slowly getting people on that train to be like, you know what, Cody Rhodes ain't shit. Like, I mean, his title run is kind of dry, but I still like the man.
Right. I mean, again, there's nothing like, because you got to remember it. So remember Roman Reigns at this time, right? So right now we were looking at mostly the storyline of the Bloodline. But take away the blood, like say he wasn't in a group,
right?
He would be Cody Rhodes right now. It would be the same thing. So this is what we do in between WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Yeah. Every year since forever. It's just horrible. Just that now we're micro analyzing everything. Like this is where we are as a society. We're micro analyzing everything, and so now it's bad for Cody. Like so Cody is the one who gets to get under the microscope here. He doesn't have a faction. He's running around by himself. So he's like, so again, SummerSlam, he's got like, so we had a little bit where he got to get a little bit nasty in his last title defense with the, it being an I Quit match, and you got no disqualification. Right. So now you need you need some big stuff to happen in the match at SummerSlam. or like you said, it's going to be like people are going to be asking to take the title off of him if he can't get exciting something happen in his match at SummerSlam, then it's really going to be over.
I mean, you've seen already that Cody is he's going to put the title up against Solo
right
at SummerSlam,
right,
which is a good thing for Solo, and it looks like maybe we can get the other members of the Bloodline involved. There's been rumors that Roman Reigns could be coming back at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Which is good. I do have that on the topics here, for the Bloodline story. So, we'll get into that. I'm looking at the chat right now because we were talking about Trulies and all the other drinks and stuff like that. Everyone else in the chat now is like Natty Ice is like it's nasty work. And you ever seen those big the Natty Ice? I don't know if you ever seen those. Those are like those big tall boy like beers and stuff like those will sneak up on you too, and those are like the cheapest thing you could possibly find in a store. Like if you're like having a hard day and you just need something quick, like those things. And remember like the Four Locos were like the same way too. Everybody was drinking that because it was like $4 or something like that. It was like the cheapest thing you could possibly buy.
Or even like, so one thing you got to look out for the what is the White Claw? I think it's Surge. I think it's called. I think they're 8%. So
yeah,
those sneak up on you. Like, wait a second, wasn't that a White Claw?
My sister-in-law and her friend, they drink White Claws. I tried one on 4th of July. Did not like it. I had like a mango raspberry. I don't know what it was, type of flavor thing, but it was not. It was not.
They got too much. Like what it is that they're too sweet. That's the problem. But the Surge one though, if you want a little something, that'll punch you in the mouth for a second.
So the last time we talked was when Money in the Bank was happening.
That's right.
Some interesting stuff happened on Money in the Bank.
Yes.
Drew, Popeye's Biscuit, Drew won Money in the Bank, which was like the wrong decision to make for Drew McIntyre at this point, just because you have this whole CM Punk story that you're doing. Obviously, it came to play, and there was something that I had posted on the Instagram page was like, do we need to retire the Jey Uso main event Jey Uso name, because you keep putting him in these big situations and they just keep shitting on him. Like,
it is time to get at least a mid-card title on him.
Right.
It's time. Like it is like it's something, like some kind of mid-card title. Something or other needs to happen. I do agree with that. If you're going to call him main event Jey Uso, then okay, then he should not just have a good showing at the main event, because he was the last guy on the ladder with Popeye's Biscuit, and so on. Like he always almost gets it, and it's always he always has a good showing, but we can't be Jerry West here. We need at some point for him to actually get the ship.
Yeah, and it just sucks for him because it's like he's like in between storylines, if you actually think about it, because every time the Wyatt 6 come out, he runs. It just so happens to be when he's in the ring with somebody, or now
kind of says something too.
And now it's like this whole thing between him and Judgment Day with Dominic Mysterio, like the backstage stuff is kind of like creeping into the ring a little bit. I can see that it's gonna eventually, lead in that direction, but I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with main event Jey Uso, because they got to do something. It doesn't look like they're gonna take that title away from Sami Zayn anytime soon.
Sammy,
LA
Sammy
Knight. LA Knight is going up against Logan Paul. So Logan Paul already, he's gonna end up losing the title soon. there's nothing else.
So that's the Intercontinental is the only one I can think of. Like that's, I mean, yeah, it looks like Sammy's pretty hot, which that would make it a really good win for Jay to
Right.
beat somebody that you don't think is going to lose anytime soon. I don't know how. Like again, I don't even know how to twist the storyline around for him to even get a shot.
Mhm.
But yeah, for the I agree with you. For to have that be his name, we need some wins.
Mm-hmm. Tiffany Stratton wins the women's Money in the Bank. I thought that was pretty cool for her to win that.
I agree.
It's gonna be interesting just because her and Nia Jax have like this new buddy relationship thing that's going on,
Right?
and
right.
like now you have Nia Jax, who obviously she won Queen of the Ring. She gets a title shot at SummerSlam.
That's right.
And then Tiffany Stratton has the women's Money in the Bank. It's like I said, it's weird because you never know what's gonna happen, because Nia Jax could win the women's championship at SummerSlam and then lose it to Tiffany Stratton
on the same night.
Yeah. Because it happened to her before. Alexa Bliss her and Alexa Bliss were friends.
That's right. Okay. Yep.
And Alexa Bliss took the title away from her.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you see, she keeps she looks at her with a little side eye, like at the end of each segment. So it definitely it's in the cards.
Right.
Tiffany Stratton is that kind of character that will take any advantage of anything. Like if she wins the match and let's say she's got a knee that's bothering her as she won the match, then Tiffany's coming out, and handing the case over.
There was some other news that that happened at Money in the Bank. Everyone knows that I am one of the biggest John Cena fans out there. There were rumors that John Cena was in town for the pay-per-view. A lot of people were speculating he was going to be a part of the pay-per-view. Something was going to happen, X, Y, and Z. Then all of a sudden, Trish Stratus comes out, introduces John Cena. He comes out, and the worst thing that I did not want to see was when he came out with the shirt, which was kind of stupid for me because I just felt like you already knew what the announcement was going to be. If he would have came out in a different shirt, maybe, or just came out in a plain shirt and then revealed the new John Cena farewell tour, end of an era type of thing, that would have been great. But once I seen it, I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna retire. So I'm curious to see how this run is going to end, because obviously he's gonna hit the major cities,
of course,
right?
And the major,
and he's gonna hit a couple of house shows.
Yeah.
Yep. That's gonna lead into WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania 41. How do you fantasy book this on your end?
Now that is a tough one. I'm just like in a couple of the and don't worry, folks. We always go through the comments after we finish going back.
Yeah, everybody's. I see everybody's comments.
Yeah, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. I think it might be just thinking just thinking about who people on the roster and everything. I'm thinking LA Knight. I'm thinking LA Knight does the honors at WrestleMania, Las Vegas.
I don't know.
Or do you say the 6?
I don't know. For me, I feel like if John Cena has one last match at WrestleMania, like he said, it has to be against somebody that I don't know that he's had some type of history with.
So you know what I mean? Randy.
I would say Randy. You know, they're close outside of the ring. I think it would be nice to see these two go at it one more time. You know, obviously,
because Randy getting close too. So
exactly. So because Randy's almost out the door. If you think about it, like, you know,
he can't keep going.
Yeah. There was. I know we talked about this on Instagram, and I was saying this to somebody else, where I said, out of all the people that I want to see John Cena wrestle at the end of his era tour, it has to be R-Truth. And I didn't say this in a joking way because I see you laughing right now. You're laughing at me right now because you're thinking the comical side of this. But I really think that John Cena and R-Truth need to have a match before John Cena leaves.
Okay, that I thought you were saying the last match, like not the last match. No, I agree.
I don't want to should be a match. John Cena wrestle R-Truth at WrestleMania. Like I want to see. Even whether it's on a Monday Night Raw or a house show, something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like that.
I just want to see who's gonna try to hit an attitude adjustment first. Like, is it gonna be Cena? Is it gonna be Truth? Like, who's gonna hit the "you can't see me"? Who's gonna try to do it? Because
I can see R-Truth running, like coming out during John's theme song and holding up the towel and running down the aisle and sliding under the bottom rope.
See, now
I can see him doing that.
Look at that. You're writing great TV. Because now imagine like Cena comes out all of a sudden, like you said, R-Truth comes out and they both just look at each other and then they run to the ring and they both slide in. Listen, it's like a tag team. Like, it's great. Crown is saying that Cena is going to pass Flair at Mania. Not. I don't think that's going to happen.
Absolutely not.
I mean, we seen Sting win the tag team title, you know, at his last match. So I don't think that WWE is going to do that.
They had to fight Sting to do it.
Yeah, Sting didn't even want to do it.
No,
that was the crazy thing. They had to be like, no, you're going to take the title. And
they had to have Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair come in there and do this.
But yeah, like I don't see him passing Flair. I don't think he even wants that. I think he's just more like, listen, let me finish this out and just go about
at this point. Yeah. I think at this point he's pretty, and he can be content with. I mean, the man won that many world titles. I think there's nothing else to prove here.
So Ken is asking why. He said, why not Randy or Punk? I said, well, I said Randy. We both said Randy Orton.
I was just thinking young versus old kind of thing.
Right.
Like that's why I said LA Knight. Right.
Punk was great, a great opponent for John Cena. I can see them maybe doing something, you know, throughout this tour of his Cena versus AJ Styles. That's, you know, that was great too. I'm wondering who else can you put in front of Cena that will make people. You know what? I actually want to see Cena versus Roman one more time. I think that would be good too. Putting that out there. There was, man. Can Wade Barrett still go? Like, why is he not wrestling?
I wonder if he were like just like some of the other folks like Edge and you know, I wonder if he were to get reevaluated to see if he can have a couple of matches, like you said. That would be something. Because it seems like he's in good shape. Seems like he's in good shape, but I think he just really, you know, he wants to really make sure everything is fused together and
right.
You know, bumps are gonna be all right.
Oh, Vicky's in the building. What's going on, Vicky? Haven't seen you in a minute. Cena versus Miz. That was Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good too.
Yeah, I think that's gonna happen somewhere down the line. Yep.
Man, who else can you put against Cena? Do we circle back on Cena versus Seth Rollins?
Could be.
That was pretty good too.
Yep. Could be. I don't. Like you said, like
right.
And then Clown was saying like he's going until December,
right?
Which would take him through WrestleMania. But that's gonna, of course, be the big match. Is whatever happens at WrestleMania.
Jamal's like, maybe Edge needs to fight some people to get out of his AEW contract to come back to WWE. I don't think. Listen, I think they got Edge on lock. Adam Copeland, they got him on lock in AEW. I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. As a comedy, I would say maybe let him have one match in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
And you know who I'm putting?
Who's that?
Joe Hendrick.
Oh man,
I mean, he wrestles half the time in NXT anyway.
Right.
Why
that would be a heck of a match. Just, like you said, just for the pure people wanting to see those two wrestlers. I think.
Yep. But I'm ready for the John Cena farewell tour.
Right.
Hoping that he comes to. Obviously, I'm assuming he's going to end up coming to New York sometime. If he does, I'm definitely going to get tickets to go and see it because I want to make sure that like I'm there, to see it. Obviously, he's going to be at WrestleMania. I got to get tickets for that. I got to see that in person.
You're going to get aisle seats when he's in New York?
I would love to get the aisle seat just so. But the thing about it is he runs down the aisle, so it's not like I can get a high five.
Oh, that's true. Well, on the way back.
Maybe. I don't know because it all depends on like what happens,
Yeah.
So
who was that? Somebody said, John Cena for Kenny is the same. Like you see how I got that painting over there. He would have like if he finds one, he's gonna have one on his wall of John Cena. That's where he is.
No, I don't. Is it? Like I like John Cena. Don't get me. I'm a big John Cena fan. My oldest, he's a diehard John Cena fan. Like anybody that knows like me and like my kids and stuff like that, they know like he loves John Cena. Like he met John Cena and just ran up to him and give him like the biggest hug. Cena sat there and talked to him for like 5 minutes and stuff like that. They took a picture. I have a video of it and everything. Until this day, he's 12 years old and he still loves John Cena. Who is somebody that like the way who's somebody that I look at the way you look at Sting?
Mm-hmm.
It will have to be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, okay.
Austin was the only person that I took a flight for one day to go meet Stone Cold Steve Austin in Texas, and I flew back home the next day. I literally landed the same day, got in my hotel, took a nap, woke up, met Stone Cold, came back to my hotel, got something to eat, and flew back home.
Wow. Yeah, I'm still waiting for him because the El Segundo brewery is not that far
right
from where I live. When I get notification that he's tending bar, I'm going. So I'm going.
Crown was saying he's like, if we are dream booking Cena, I will want him against Nick Cage.
But damn,
you just want to.
I'm about to say, do you want him to enjoy his retirement? I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Who is tough enough to take on Braun Breaker I think they need to go ahead and make him Steiner. The man is this man is showing like he's not just talking, he is showing that he belongs where he belongs with this, like this character works. Okay. He looks like a combination of his brother, of his dad and his uncle.
Right.
So yeah, no, the man can go.
I'm loving the fact that they made him, like they're building him up to be this such like powerhouse heel character. And
I think he should be
like,
a heel, yeah.
You know, they basically what they're doing is grooming him to be the next Brock Lesnar, if you think about it.
Right.
Because it's like you don't have Brock anymore. Even if you did, he's not staying long anyway. So why
Not like
even
that.
Yeah.
Not like he was.
Yeah. Like he'll eventually pass that torch to Braun Breaker anyway. So might as well start grooming him now to take that spot.
Right. No, I agree. Like it's so, bring him along. But I think for the character, he's doing a great job.
Cena should go to AEW. I don't think so.
They don't like big guys there.
Yeah, they don't like. Yeah, they would just use him for promos.
Like big guys there.
He'll use him for promos, and then that's it, and
Right.
he'll be done. Quickly. Speaking of Randy, my boy Randy's
guy
in
do a
there.
flip around him, and
Randy's in the house. What's going on, Randy? My boy right over there.
there he is.
Family in the building. Cardona.
I think because at Stockton Con you had Cardona, you had Godfather, you had Nash, who was also there, and they were having a great time with each other. I think WWE would have a great time at this point with Cardona doing anything.
Listen, I'm sure that Chelsea is putting into their ear about Matt, trying to creep him back into the WWE universe. But for me, it's like he's having so much fun in the indies. I'm sure he's making hella money. But there's probably a part of him that's just like, I want to be back in that WWE bubble. Like, what can they do with the Matt Cardona name?
That's what I mean. Like, I think now, like you said, to his credit, like he went out and the Matt Cardona name, like right now is its own brand. So just him coming out, he's gonna get a pop. He's gonna sell merch. You can make money with them. So at this point, especially now we don't have Vince, being a punk about it. I hear that Raw is gonna be uncensored on Netflix.
I mean, obviously it should if I'm paying top dollar on Netflix. I better get some good shit.
Right. So I say why not? And then, like you said, that would be a great lineup for Cena on his way out to go against Matt Cardona. That's money. Like people are gonna automatically watch that. Right.
Ken asked me to rate John Cena's album. I don't think it's the best. I probably would give it a 6 just because I'm a fan. But is it something that I have on rotation on my Spotify? No. But
your boy's a bad man, and I'm hopping the streets. I'm gonna get the paparazzi scared.
But listen,
I'm a bad man.
Robbie's in the house. What's going on? Hey guys, sorry, it's been a while. How are you guys doing? We've been doing great, Robbie. What's going on with you? Glad to see you here in the building right now, joining us tonight.
It's getting hot tonight. What's
Yeah, everybody. You know what it is? Is it like last week we didn't have our normal show. You wasn't here. The knuckleheads, like all of us were like together, like the main core people. Dijak was here. We was shooting the shit with him. And then my computer started fucking up on me, and I just got frustrated and just left it alone and just laid down and went to sleep. And like Toe and Gigi and Ray, they took over the rest of the show. So, but it's like I'm glad to see that we, even though we kind of took like a mini break, for like it felt like the summer break type of thing or whatever. I'm glad to see our normal group of people are here. You guys didn't leave us. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Going into like another topic, Rhea Ripley is back.
There we go.
Looking badass.
Yep.
Right. And I love it, the fact that she's here, because like Liv Morgan is still doing what Liv Morgan has been doing, getting closer and closer to Dominic Mysterio. You've seen on a number of occasions they look like it's leading into the kissing scene of the movie, and then Rhea Ripley comes out. The backstage stuff with her and Jey Uso is funny, because like WWE now goes heavy for like internet content, so they're like, Jey Uso's trying to get close to Rhea Ripley. Dominic Mysterio is like, no, Mommy's only for me. Like it's funny, like
yes.
because for anybody who really doesn't know like her personal life, you wouldn't even remember that she's actually married to somebody else.
just had a wedding,
and then he's married to somebody else too. Like, it was funny. The thing about it is the only person in this story who's actually single in real life is Liv Morgan.
Yep. Which is fun. Like, that means that we can, put away our, like, what we know about somebody just, as we're watching the show, and just let the show happen and not think too much about it. So that's good, like, that we're able to do that. And then just like have some fun, like the old, a love triangle will always be a good storyline. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Like, that's always gonna be a good storyline.
See, now I feel bad for Clown. He's like, you left me all by myself last week. Felt like the dude in the shower and had bait.
Oh no. I want fruit cocktail.
Man, right? My fault, man. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Jamal goes and says,
for nasty Nate.
Right? Jamal goes and says, who's the bigger troll, Liv Morgan or 50 Cent?
Oh, 50
all day.
Yeah.
There's no denying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Liv's doing all right as a troll now. She's doing all right. Like,
but nothing beats 50 Cent. No one's beating
50 don't care. Like, there's zero fucks given by 50 Cent.
Robbie says that he's doing good. Glad to see that. He says he's enjoying the whole Liv Morgan, that Rhea Ripley is back. It's been very, very good, which is true.
Yeah.
Because eventually, obviously, we're gonna get Liv versus Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam. So I'm loving the story.
Yes.
My whole thing is that they need to put Dominic Mysterio as a special guest referee.
Oh.
He needs to be involved somehow.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Count the 3.
Is he counting the 3?
Yep.
Does Jey Uso get involved?
Because he's been waving at Yep. So it's got very interesting.
Yeah.
Whoever's writing that one, this particular story, like, they let it. They kind of gave us breadcrumbs, and then like, now it's all hitting us in the face right now. So
exactly.
So that's how you write. That's how a story should go.
See, even Ken agreed. Ken is just like the storyline is continues to get better and better, which is true.
And you were able to have Rhea go get married, like take like, you wrote her off so that she can go have her time off and get married, do that stuff. hopefully she didn't get pregnant and we can have a match.
Exactly. Oh, custody ladder match. He already went through that before.
I bet you there's gonna be somebody's going to on one of these promos. They're gonna somebody's gonna mention that.
I like Jamal's answer to it. He's like, put him in a cage and make it a ladder match. First to open the cage gets custody of Dominic
And the title.
Be crazy if Dom screws Rhea over that. Then Buddy comes out.
Ooh.
No, yeah. You know what? He's still under contract with AEW.
And he looks so happy every time he comes out.
Oh, yeah. You see the big joy smile on his face. But that's his fault, not for nothing, right?
It is.
Him and Aleister Black, that's their fault. Because they drank the Kool-Aid and they thought everything was sweet. Now all of a sudden now they see that people are enjoying themselves in WWE after Vince left. And now they wanna come out and play, and they can't.
I think people are also learning, like, you better be one of the elite. Like, you better be in that circle with the elite, or you're not gonna get booked that well.
Jamal's like allegedly under contract.
Well, we have seen some, like, to his credit, like, we've seen some contractual crazy stuff. So
Ken goes, he's like, you guys think that Priest and Rhea break off and start their own faction? I think once Judgment Day is broken up and this thing is over with, I don't want to see Damian Priest in another faction. I think he's doing great as WWE champion right now, and he needs to be on his own. Like, he's proven that he can take the title and like lead himself and do great. Like, not for nothing, like his title, like him just defending the title has been better than Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, there's a take for you.
That match he had with Drew, that was great. The match he had with freaking Seth Rollins, that was good. Like, the match he had with Jey Uso, that was good.
Yeah. I get, like, it's hard to compare here because, like I said, the only match I really like, I just didn't like the ending to the I Quit match, but the match itself I liked. Other than that, in Cody's title defense is
fucking dry. Him and Drew McIntyre at Popeyes. It's fucking dry. It's dry. Crown is like, the whole entire House of Black is super happy.
When they come out, right? Like, I mean, I'm not imagining that, right? They look
fucking big Kool-Aid smile. Damn. Robbie says that the last time he tuned into this show was Forbidden Door pre-show. He goes, fair to say I fell asleep after one match. Damn.
We called that whole, like, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we called the entire pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly.
Only surprise is that they actually, well, okay, so this still bothers me. Like, we haven't gotten a chance to talk about this. It bothers me that they let it even get, like, if it's true or not, to let anything come out that says, Ospreay felt bad for Swerve, so he called it where he would lose, so that because he felt bad for Swerve.
Right.
Oh, so he can only keep the title because you decided it was okay for him to keep it.
Exactly.
Never. He should have never. Like, he looks even worse as a like, he does to let anything like that come out makes him look even worse as a champion. So yeah, we hadn't been able to cover that, but yeah, that bothered me.
Vicky says that she liked Damian Priest when he wasn't in Judgment Day. Robbie agrees with me about the whole Cody title run. He goes, Cody has been really disappointing in terms of what I thought it would be so far. I hope it gets better. It might, it may not. It may still be mid. It'll be dry.
Let's see what, like, again, like SummerSlam, something's gotta like if it's dry at SummerSlam, then yeah, let's go ahead and let's make a transition.
Jamal is wondering where's Miro. I'm wondering the same thing too because his wife is not in AEW anymore.
Yep.
Still shocked that they took the title off of him yesterday. We're gonna get into that right now because on Dynamite, 250, MJF took on Will Ospreay for the international championship. This match was an hour.
Yep.
With no commercials. Right? I don't think they showed any commercials.
Did they do a picture in the picture?
Did they? I think
that's the only thing I can think of. I know they didn't.
I was just watching the match in general.
Right. So they definitely 100% didn't leave the match.
No.
There may have been a picture in the picture, but after that, no, they did not leave for a commercial.
So this match, not for nothing, was great.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I saw that Will Ospreay was taking on MJF and they were putting the title on the line, in my mind, I was thinking like, they're probably not going to take the title off of Will Ospreay. Something's going to happen where, you know, there's like an interference.
That's what I thought it was going to be a spot.
Something.
Yep.
Nope. These two went in the ring, out the ring. They had kids involved. They had fans involved. It was great from beginning to end. I was shocked when they counted the 1, 2, 3 and MJF won, and he ended up becoming now the international champion for AEW. So this is like his third title that he's held in AEW. He's been world champion.
Yep.
Now he's an international champion.
Yep.
He's been tag team champion.
Didn't him and a little bit win it.
Adam Cole. They won
Cole.
the
tag team titles, right?
The tag team title
and then
thing.
And then he had, if you want to count the diamond ring.
Yes. He's won it twice.
Yep. So the man is trying to be the Grand Slam champion here.
Listen, if you think about it, he probably would be Grand Slam champion. He'll probably be the first Grand Slam champion for AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Jamal's like, you mean the TNT replacement mid-card title? Yeah.
Another version of the Intercontinental title.
Like Jungle Boy is the TNT champion. He hasn't defended that title since he won it. He's just been running around with the Elite.
Which I turn the channel just about every time I see him. But yeah.
Right. So, I don't know. But I want to see what happens now with MJF and this title. Like, how long do you think they're going to keep this title on him?
I mean, because he usually has long title reigns.
Mm-hmm.
so let's see what happens here. Do we get 3-4 pay-per-views here? That's the way I measure championship reigns with AEW. It's how many pay-per-views does a guy get to keep the championship?
I mean, listen, they're adding more pay-per-views as the months go on. So they're doing 2-a-days every other month. Eventually, and I keep saying this, and we'll get back to MJF, match right now. They need to get some type of network, like the way Peacock is helping WWE, because I cannot continue paying $50 for a 2-day pay-per-view.
Well, and then you haven't found a Dave and Buster's, have you?
No, because I like to be home and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know me, if I go to like a Dave and Buster's or I go to the movie theater and watch it, I'm going to spend way more money that I could just be like, you know what?
I'm going to spend way more.
You know what? I could just buy some food, cook, and watch it in the house.
Right. Because, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's the principle. I do not want to just give them flat out $50.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying. I usually like, and that's my like. So now you see my thought process when I go. That's my cap. It's like, okay, I'm not spending more than $50 in this place, whatever I get. So, yeah. So, which is you get a pretty good. You can get you get some pretty good snacks for $50.
Jamal is on it today. Jamal goes, he got the AEW tattoo, so that's like hugging TK naked, no Diddy.
No, there's Diddy.
He loves MJF, loves AEW the same way Tony Khan loves AEW. And you know what? That's great for him because that's just going to push him even more.
Right.
He knows where he's getting his money from. He knows.
Right.
He ain't stupid.
Nope. He's not. No, and I admire that he said, you know what, this is I'm gonna take this on. Like it'll be the easier way to go to WWE right now.
Mm-hmm.
I got years of wrestling.
Yep.
So
I mean, yeah, because eventually MJF is gonna go to WWE.
Right. You said, like, you know, eventually. But now it's like, you know, now I want to take this challenge on to take this company a little bit higher than what it is.
Right.
And I admire that.
Let's see what Vicky had to say here. What do you think was going to happen with Toni Storm? She's just going to lose Mariah May. That's it.
That's it, huh?
Yeah. I don't see AEW putting the title on Mariah May.
I don't. She's one of those. I'm sorry, I don't get it.
Right.
Every time, like everybody, like I keep seeing people telling me I'm supposed to be hyped up about this woman, and I don't. She's one of those. I don't get it.
Right. I mean, she's cool and all, but
right.
Like that's just it. Like because after this whole Fatal Attraction, big superstar, I admire you, you know, character thing ends. Like, what else do you bring to the table?
Right.
Because if you kill off the timeless Toni Storm character, she's going to come back with something even better. We've seen it already.
Right.
When you had regular Toni Storm, and then she came out with the timeless Toni Storm gimmick.
Right.
She's only going to get better.
So, yeah, I just can't see Mariah. Like you said, I just don't see Mariah May as a world champion. It just doesn't. Nah, I think they'll put all three titles on on Mercedes. Is probably what's going to end up happening.
Ugh. Let me tell you something. If Mercedes goes in and she fucking beats Toni Storm and they give her a third title, I'm done with AEW. That's it. AEW is dead to me.
That doesn't work for me, sister.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
That's basically what she's doing back there.
Like, I'm not doing that. Fuck out of here. Even Mercedes freaking matches are boring.
Dude,
right?
She got completely like that match at Forbidden Door.
Right.
She was completely out wrestled.
Of course.
She looked it got the other young lady a contract with WWE. Was so bad. Like because she wrestled circles around her. You can see it. She was way better than her. I was just like, I was in the bar. Yeah, I was like, wait, she's way better than. Like you even saw the crowd start to turn.
And what kills me is, and I'm glad you brought this up, is that WWE is smart. So they're like, oh, WWE is keeping a close eye on all the people that she wrestles, and they're signing all of them in order to get her back. No, they're not doing that. They're seeing that there's other talent out there that's way better than her.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, let me snag them up before TK does it.
Yep.
And just keeps feeding them back to her for her to beat them, to make her look good.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have this girl that just had a good showing against Mercedes, and now she's gonna be in WWE, and she's going to have better competition like Io Sky, like
Bailey,
Natty, Liv, Rhea. Like the list just goes on.
Jeez.
Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Like there's a laundry list of women in WWE that she can rest. Nia, like Jamal said, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and we haven't even seen
Selena
Charlotte
Vega. Like I could keep going with the names that this girl could sit there with these three girls, and boom. Like, WWE is basically showing her like, yo, we're fine without you. You know that, right?
Well, they're also showing it was our packaging.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody, was she really this star, or was it the WWE packaging? I think we found out.
The WWE battery pack in her back.
Right. So I think we got it. And here she is still, she's still doing the thing they taught her to do.
Yep.
They're the ones who told her to do that, and she's still doing it. So good luck, lady.
Have fun.
But yeah, they're like, I'm not giving you that kind of money. So if he'll give you that kind of money, that's wonderful for him.
Exactly.
That gets to be on their books while they're still doing what they have to do financially to get into the buildings that they're running their shows out of. So
I mentioned Natty as one of those people that want these three women now that are signed with WWE could wrestle. The last time we talked about Natty was when she was going through the contract negotiations. We said, what happens if she does leave WWE and goes, I would say AEW will have to snatch her up super fast, because her and TJ have been doing amazing work in their at their gym, training all these new people, retraining a lot of WWE stars. Yeah, look what they've done with Nia Jax. Look at the work they've been doing with Jade. I just saw that Brody Lee's son is now training.
I saw that.
Natty.
Yeah.
And
people calling him a traitor.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Not for nothing. He's been around WWE a lot.
Right. Because wasn't he at WrestleMania too, right?
He was there with Cody's mom.
No, that's right. Yep. That's right.
He's always there. It don't matter.
Right.
But WWE was smart because they re-signed Natty.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, at the very least, as your trainer, even if she's not going to be, in the ring on TV that much, having her in the back is invaluable. You pay her whatever she wants because she showed that she's actually working.
Exactly.
So, and they were smart enough to.
Yeah, Jamal even said it too. He's like, Joe Hendrick is training under Natty. Look at that.
See.
She know. Listen, they know. They know, because the minute that I don't think that she would turn away people that work for WWE, but for sure AEW would have been like, hey, you have your training center, we have our people, we're gonna send everyone to you, which would have lined her pockets even more. But more people, the thing about it is that more people now are just coming on their own. So
that's right.
Either way, she's getting money. Her and TJ, they getting that bread. So
I'm not mad at all.
Nope.
Good for TJ, because I felt I felt like he was about to be a star. And then bam, and then so I felt bad for him, but I think he's still getting to do what he loves to do. So good for him as well. So yeah, no, that's a power couple for you. Like, go get it, keep doing what you're doing. Because it's just making the products better.
Last week, and I had to watch it again. I watched it twice just because to see if I missed anything. But did you get to see the WrestleMania behind the curtain?
I haven't finished it, but I have been watching it.
So I liked how they did everything.
Mhm.
You know, the only thing, like, I think it was smart on the Rock's part to go and say, you know what, let Cody finish that story. Because he could have been an asshole and just said, well, then fuck it. Like, no, like,
no, this is what we're doing.
Like, I
you
have
guys
the
are gonna
time
pay
now.
for it.
You know what I mean? I'm not making any movies.
Right.
We're gonna have the Rock and Roman. That's just it. He can finish his story another time.
Right.
You know, I don't know if Cody was acting when he did a lot of these interviews, and you can tell like the frustration because like Cody went to acting school, so
right.
Yeah, I mean, he could get you.
Yes.
But like you felt for him when you was just like, damn, like you had it there. They told you to hold up a little bit.
Right.
And they were going to let the Rock and Roman do their thing. And then they changed it right after because the fans helped you.
Right. So this would be what we think is the third time that the fans kind of turned WrestleMania. So we had Daniel Bryan, we had Kofi, and then supposedly we have Cody now.
Right. I don't know. Like the more I watched that, the more I wanted to, like, I was going back and like watching The Rock, because I think that was like for me that was like the main focus was The Rock and how like his role was in this whole entire like story. You know what I mean? And is there something that is gonna happen down the line? Because now you can have Cody Rhodes still be champion, because remember the night after WrestleMania, Cody's in the ring, The Rock is in the ring.
Title sure does feel good.
You know, and he's just like, The Rock tells him, he's like, hey, the Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes story is done. You finished your story. But The Rock, but he said, but you know, not word for word, but he's just like, hey, but the story between me and you has just begun. So now I'm curious, like, will WWE leave this title on Cody Rhodes?
Or will The Rock?
Will we get The Rock versus Cody?
I think because you can look at it two kinds of ways. Like, because it could be The Rock costing Cody before WrestleMania, and then that causes the match at WrestleMania. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean that he has the belt that long. But I do think we do see it. And now there's an interest for it. Now people would be interested to watch that match. But you know, going back to, you know, The Rock's, like we'll just take them for their word at what they're saying on here. Let's just play along. He could have done he could have done a Hogan. But, you know, this doesn't work for me, brother.
Yeah.
Cody goes down.
I'm holding off on some movies just to do this.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, nah. I'm gonna take the main event.
Right.
But he gave the main event to Cody.
Yep.
I liked it because he was just like, hey, even the little bit of fans are upset. That bothers me. You know what I mean? Obviously, in typical IWC fashion, everyone took that one line, and I seen so many memes for it.
Where he's sitting on the couch, and then I told him,
you know, and then I told him, hey, Sami Zayn needs to be an honorary Uce.
No, those they're hilarious memes.
Good.
Yeah,
They were good.
he should call it WrestleMania.
For me, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, do we want to see Cody versus The Rock? I actually don't, because it's just like that story is already, for me, that story's already done.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
I saw Vicky earlier, was like, yeah, I think she's over Cody versus the Bloodline kind of thing. Yeah, it's hard to say because it's like you said, it could be. It's like, how many Rockies do we get to see here?
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we kind of like this last WrestleMania, we kind of got something we didn't know we wanted. So sometimes they have a way to like it right now it might sound Popeye's biscuit, but sometimes the presentation goes, you end up going, now I kind of want to see this.
Yeah.
So let's see how it cooks. Let's see what The Rock is cooking when it comes to April.
I like how like because everybody, for me, I thought like Triple H came up with a lot of that stuff when it came to the way The Rock was coming in as like the final boss, right. And then like The Rock is just like talking. He's like, yeah, I got on the phone and I'm talking to them and I'm telling them like, this is what I'm gonna like. This is what I want to do. Like, fuck yeah. And then when they did the whole marquee thing, and like you seen like the Brahma Bull on the screen,
yeah,
you know what I mean, and
then the video game
flashing, and then you see, like the final boss stuff. I was just like, that's cool.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish they would have done was when The Rock came out for WrestleMania, instead of just having the trunks say The Rock, it would have just said the final boss.
I did like, so that title is dope, but like I hope we see it for consumption.
Right. Because you think about it like this, like I know maybe like Steve and everybody else over at Mattel was probably thinking the same thing too. Like that would have been much better to have, because now you can make a really good Ultimate Edition.
Yep.
You know what I mean, of The Rock, because The Rock has how many Ultimate Editions? Yeah, because I sent them a message saying we're watching them, so they say they're watching us too. I love you guys.
Yes.
But you think about it, like we're gonna get WrestleMania Rock. We're gonna get that as an Ultimate Edition. I could see it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, but it would have been good to have that logo on there to be like final boss.
Man,
we may still get it. I don't know. It might
like, because you see how they do the boxes,
right?
So making it damn hard for you to open the figure because of the damn boxes that they put it in. They want you to buy two. That's why they do that to you.
I want them to make that title belt.
Yeah,
that they gave The Rock.
I want one, dude.
Make a replica of it.
Yep.
I'll buy it.
I want one of those.
I'm gonna buy it if it comes out. Let's see. Crowd is like it would have paid him more for 2K25 because like with 2K25, speaking about that, and I'm glad Crown brung that up. The rumor is that The Rock is the featured superstar for like the storyline when they have like the story mode or whatever. Like now it's his turn. So you're gonna go through all the
Rocky
years
Maivia,
the Rocky Maivia. You're gonna do the Nation Domination Rock. You're gonna do Corporate Rock, and you're gonna do most likely the end will be the final boss, right? Which is cool.
Right.
I still haven't even played 2K24 yet. All right.
And see, and I'm like, when tomorrow I'm picking up as you guys are listening to this, I'm picking up NCAA. So
yeah, everybody's playing that one right now.
Yeah.
I got, and it's bad because like I want to buy that one, the NCAA one, but at the same time, I haven't even played MLB The Show.
Oh man, yeah. And
And
see, I think
have
once
the
you start
box.
NCAA, that's gonna be
Yeah.
it. Like you're gonna be.
I have the box there. I haven't even
Yeah.
opened it yet. It's just sitting in the closet because my mom bought it for me, and I'm just like,
Oh wow.
like I need to play this. Like,
Yeah.
I know my kids will take over. Tyler, what's going on, man? Tyler's in the building right now. He goes, yo, what's going on, Tyler? Jamal too. He's just like the NCAA game is on his to-do list.
Oh, I got friends that took a sick day tomorrow.
I did that with the last 2K. Was it 2K23? I did that. I told Toe, I was just like, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna just sit at home. I'm gonna play 2K, and I'm just gonna live stream the whole entire day. I think I maybe did like 2 hours. I don't know how I don't know how some people do it when they do those live gaming stuff. I know Toe and Show, they used to do that a lot. So they're used to me. I can't do it. I did 2 hours and I was just like, yo, I'm done. Like I'm gonna go to sleep. I want to take a nap. That's it.
Jamal got 2.5 weeks to play.
Damn. He's like, oh, I'm on leave until the 5th. Damn.
Yep. So
he got plenty of time. Okay. And then Jamal's gonna leave us again for a couple of weeks, maybe like a month, and then he'll come back. He's yet to tell us his story about the last leave he had when he left us.
Well, because he probably did some stuff that's illegal in a couple of countries.
Right? He don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
We talked about the WrestleMania behind the scenes.
Yep.
There's one story that it just seems like it just continues to get better and better. WWE is cranking out more and more storylines to give to people. The Bloodline is changing every week.
Right.
Like
they are.
I think WWE now is just making Solo. They're trying to push Solo hard.
Yes.
The stuff that he did with Paul Heyman, they're putting him through a table. The video that they had before where they're like, Roman Reigns let the family down, so like now Solo has to be the one to regain the title that Roman lost, so he's not the head of the table anymore.
Man,
and I'm just like, holy shit! When I saw that, I was just like, yep, that's how they're gonna get Bloodline versus Bloodline there.
And then did you see who they had pictures at the Performance Center?
Yep.
The female twins.
Yep, exactly.
So,
which I mean, eventually I knew that was going to happen, especially after the whole incident that happened between them and Wild Wrestling. So it's just like, all right, WWE is going to use them because they're marketable and they're great. Their in-ring is the best.
Right.
Like, I was wondering why they were still a part of WoW.
As a fate, I think they just, because, Samoan people, they can be, like, they are very loyal. So I bet you they made a deal with somebody. Hey, you saw, you discovered us, you put us on TV. They wanted to stick it out as long as possible. But like you said, they were outshining everybody in the WoW ring. Like it was very, if you ever watch WoW, it was painfully obvious. Like they were way too good for WoW.
Yeah.
And here they are. So now they're at the Performance Center. And I'm thinking we're gonna see them soon, and imagine them in the women's tag team division. So
Robbie saying that he's not Solo's not cutting it for him. Obviously, the one thing that everybody wants is Jacob Fatu to be that leader of the Bloodline, and then Crown is saying, like, how long do you keep him in the background before you bring him up and let him be like the center of attention. Not for nothing, I think WWE right now is making Jacob Fatu the center of attention.
Yes,
because he's the one that's going out there,
he's jacking people
doing damage.
Yeah.
Look what he did. Look what he did to DIY last week,
right
by himself. That moonsault,
Right. Yeah.
baby, beautiful.
Yeah.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah. No, I think he's going to end up. It's going to be beyond the bloodline stuff. I think, like you said, we're going to have some kind of civil war. One side's going to win. And then I think Jacob, like, he doesn't need the bloodline. Like,
Nope.
he doesn't, and I can, again, I see him in the next couple of years. He's going to be a main player. Like, he
Right.
is. Like, so this is just for now. Like, he doesn't need it now. Like, hold on. This ain't AEW. Okay. He doesn't need to walk in and get everything right away. So let it play out. He's gonna like you said, I think he's gonna turn on Solo and walk away.
Because what's gonna be? It's gonna be his love for the family.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's gonna be like, you brought me in, but Roman Reigns is that tribal chief. Like, he is the head of the table, and I am going to follow his orders, and he'll be the one to take out Solo.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, obviously, which sucks because, like we said before in the beginning of the show, it's just like, what do you do with Jey Uso?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna end up tagging with his brother again. He's going to go with Roman, and the Survivor Series is gonna happen, and we're gonna have Bloodline versus Bloodline at Survivor Series. That's gonna be your war games.
Right.
Now, the one person that I want to see come, because obviously you have was it 4 members, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Roman could be 5, right?
No, it's just 4. It's Solo, Jacob, and then the Gorillas of Destiny, right?
Right.
So you have those 4,
right?
And then you have Roman and the Usos,
right?
So that's 3.
And whoever they pick up.
Obviously, you already know who you need to pick up. Fucking Sami Zayn.
Unless they got another Samoan running around somewhere.
Get the honorary youth.
Yeah.
And then you just have your war games.
Right. Which I think in that match, like, we might see Jacob turn in during that match.
Right. And that's what I said, because you'll see that happen.
Yeah.
Then that would lead into Jacob and Solo like going off and doing their own storyline from there. Because like this family feud thing, okay, is only going to get bigger.
Right.
Because they have so many people in this family. It's fucking crazy.
Right. Right.
But at the end of the day, it's Roman.
They can damn near have their own show, like just Samoans, and be able to run a whole show.
Tyler's picking Zilla Fatu to be the next person. I don't know. Like, he's in the indies right now. Like, I don't see them picking him up anytime soon.
Let him get some more seasoning.
Yeah. And then see what happens.
Yeah. But he definitely, like you said, they get their eyes on him. Like, they're not gonna let him go nowhere.
They're checking out everybody. They're checking out all the family members.
Yep. Because you saw them bring up the whole family tree, which I want a poster of, like when he showed the whole tree. I can't believe they haven't found a way to get maybe when the twins come, like the female twins come up, maybe we start to see Nia Jax start to get in this story as well.
Thinking that too.
Yep.
Let Nia get a hold of them. Let them do something with her and Nia Jax and see what happens with that. That would be pretty good too. I can see that happening. Shit, there's so many factors to this that you just don't know, like where you're gonna put the pieces. That like this story can continue going on for another year, the same way Roman was holding the title for 4 years.
Right.
This bloodline story can go on for a good while because now you remember that Tungaloa's father is still, I'm not saying he can go, but he can do something. There could be a spot for him there. There could be a spot for Rikishi and his boys. Like,
yep.
I don't know. We'll see. Last topic that I have here on the list for us to talk about. Excuse me. The Wyatt 6.
Speaking of families.
Yep. I don't know about you, but for me, like, I'm heavily invested in this storyline.
Okay.
Because it keeps the Bray Wyatt name alive. It keeps his ideas going, and it just, I don't know, it makes me a little sad sometimes when I watch these videos or when I watch these segments because you want Bray Wyatt to come out. Like, your mind kind of goes into like, damn, you know what? I wonder what they would have done. What would have happened if he would have been here and now he's in this, in this spot.
Yep.
I
guess I'm ready to, and I know it's coming, but I'm ready to see some matches. To see these folks wrestle and to see like, because we already know it's gonna be, Undertaker-esque. Like there's gonna be some magical stuff happening in matches and stuff like that. So, which I enjoy. Like I like the variety. So I'm just anxious to see what they do. Like like you got a singles wrestler, you have a tag team wrestler, you have a female. Let's see. I like to see what happens.
And what's crazy about it is like they don't even need to hold any titles.
True. Yep.
They could just have matches, and I'll be fine with that.
Bloodline versus the Wyatt 6.
I mean, you gotta make that make sense. You gotta let it make sense, like something as to like why those two families are going at it.
Yeah, like so that I don't know how you write that one, but 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 with all the twists and turns you can take with the 6. Hey,
right.
Yeah, Bo Dallas you can tell he's been putting that work in. He's been putting the work. He don't, I know we keep calling him Bo Dallas. Like he's not even, he's Uncle Howdy, right? So yeah, but because he doesn't even look like that anymore. Like that's not what his body even looks like anymore. But yeah, he's been putting that work in.
One thing, I mean, I'm curious to see what they are going to continue doing with Chad Gable, because every week they trying to kidnap this dude this time. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's either him.
Like, what did Chad do to you?
It's either him or Jay Uso.
Right.
Like, and Jay runs every single time.
He's
the
like,
minute he is he just runs off. So it's just like,
he's like, I'm from San Francisco. I know when somebody trying to kidnap me.
I know Lay, when we was in when you look in the chat, even we talk about like everything, and like Lay was just like, so they're making Jay Uso a pussy now because every single time the lights go out, he just runs off.
So you gonna sit there?
I'm not sitting there.
Yeah. So that's what I mean. Like sometimes you just smart.
You know what I mean? Like you listen, those guys, you seen what they did backstage to everyone else. Why am I gonna sit there now?
Right. No.
And fucking possibly get the same treatment? No, thank you, sir. I'm out too.
So they can be posing over your unconscious body.
Exactly. Nah, I'm good. And I had the discussion with Ray, and I wanted to get your opinion on this too. Is like, so when they first got introduced and they came out on Raw and they took out Chad Gable, did he get did that look like a bullet wound, or was it like he got struck in the head?
I think he got struck in the head.
I thought so too. I thought that was me.
I thought he got struck in the head.
You know, Ray and Toe both said that he got shot.
Here we go.
I'm like, but what gun? Like, who has a gun in the fucking Wyatt 6? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was more of a, for me, I thought it was like, oh, maybe he got hit in the head, and that's just like a spike to the head. That kind of made a little more sense, and maybe. And he was like, nah, he got shot. And I was like, oh, okay, like, where's the obituary? You seen the obituary and stuff like that. And it's just like, all right, now what's next?
Oh, the knuckleheads. No, he didn't get shot. You know how much blood, like, I mean, especially in the head, well, you know how much blood there would be for somebody to get shot in the head.
Right.
No. Okay, he got struck in the head. It just happened to be an item. Like you said, it's an item that made a shape. He clearly wrestled the next week. We're good.
Adam is in the house right now. What's up, Adam? Adam goes, Dom is gonna join Liv Morgan at SummerSlam. We're gonna get into that right now. When we do our wrap up, we like to go into the chat to get some more stuff before we officially wrap stuff up.
Right.
Finishing up like the whole Wyatt 6 family, conversation. Like, I don't need to see them go for a title. I just want to see them wrestle against people and freak them the fuck out and do some crazy cinematic movie stuff, because for them to have stories every week, because we've seen Eric Rowan's story, we've seen Bo Dallas' story. Now we have to get Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, and
Dexter
Loomis, right? So now we got to get their story and see what they're gonna say about the rest,
right?
So every week it just gets better and better. Can they skip a week? I probably would. I don't want to throw everything out there, and then all of a sudden you're kind of just like running to scramble and say, okay, what's next? Oh, we got to put them in matches right away. No. Continue to tell the story.
Right.
If you gave us Cody for 2 years trying to finish a damn story, okay, we could survive a Wyatt story.
Oh, here comes Adam.
Adam, all right, we're gonna talk about that too. All right, so let's get into the comments here. Adam is new to the show. Adam is saying that Dominic is gonna leave with Liv Morgan. I actually think that's gonna happen. He may turn on Liv Morgan and go. I mean, Rhea Ripley and go with Liv Morgan. It may just happen.
No, I agree with that one. I think that's what's gonna happen. It'll be very Eddie-esque for him to do so.
Jamal was agreeing with me about the whole, like, I don't see the Wyatt family taking on the Bloodline, obviously, because they don't have somebody like Bray Wyatt that's going to help them. Without that, they're pretty much like a mid-card at best, and then the Bloodline is like the main event. Yeah, because like the Bloodline built themselves to be that main event, right? So the Wyatt family is still working on that. I think this project that they're doing with the Wyatt, with Bo Dallas and the stuff that Bray Wyatt had was more of like a tribute to him. We may not even see them wrestle at all, and I'm okay with that.
And then we got people going crazy over Nikki right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because this is a character this fits her. This is a character that fits Nikki like a glove. So
Right.
Yeah, there's been all kinds of stuff in the boxes. Like there's no every time there's no telling what's gonna be in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, and then she's the Abbey Witch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that paints itself.
Right. Yeah. So
like she basically doesn't have to say anything at all.
Right. But yeah, I wouldn't want one of them damn boxes. Like, don't bring that box to me. I don't know what you got.
Right. Jamal said he thinks that Nikki Cross is going to kill it with her story. I want to hear her story as to why she turned to the Wyatt family. Because her story has changed so much. She went from sanity,
right,
to being the superhero, right, to going back to being lost again and trying to get the whole Nikki Cross thing back, and then all of a sudden now you see her in the Wyatt family storyline.
Yep.
So it's going to be very interesting to see if we get her story next week. Vicky's like, Nikki's back to being crazy, obviously. Tyler is saying RIP to Bray Wyatt. I wish he was here just to see what exactly he may have cooked up even more, because he, you could tweak things, like, oh, I thought about this, but maybe let me try this type of thing. You know what I mean?
And I like that they got the original costume designer.
Yeah.
That's working too.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. What else we got here? I think that's about it. I don't think we missed anything.
No, because we don't have so no pay-per-views. No
pay-per-views this weekend.
And so it's like almost like, and you're almost like, we're in these summer sports where we just had the All-Star game, and we're getting ready for the Olympics.
Yep. The WNBA All-Star game is actually this weekend.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in that middle of the summer kind of. There's things going on, but not like where you need to go crazy over it just yet. But it's coming. Like, you got summer. Like, pretty soon we're gonna be coming on here and doing our preview for SummerSlam. So. So it's on it. We're headed in that direction.
Yeah, that's a good question that Jamal brought up. It's like, will Dexter Lumis actually cut a promo?
I think I would let him do a promo where he lets us, like, he's got to be a little bit frustrated. And I like when they let wrestlers cut that kind of a promo.
Yeah.
Where they've had that frustration. He's been in, like, I don't think he's one that I don't think deserved to be in catering. So let him talk something like that. Like, let him let that frustration out and in a promo. And it's usually a good promo when they do them.
Yeah, for sure. Like, let's see. Adam is on it right now. He's like, college football when Umbrum goes undefeated. Okay.
Well, I got work to do, but it's usually, for me, it's SC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't watch too much college football, so you guys got to keep me in the loop on that.
Okay.
Like, I kind of just go for
Michigan. Yeah, because you guys are usually, like, because I would say, like, East, like where you are, it's mostly, you guys are basketball crazy, like college basketball crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Basketball and baseball is what you're gonna find out more out here for like even like college. Well, college will be basketball. And then a lot of it, especially here, like on the East Coast, probably say soccer is like the main the main thing.
Okay.
But I just never really got into college football like that.
Yeah, because I mean, because I'm just thinking of the teams. Like, I mean, Rutgers had a couple of good, all right years. just not that many New York college football.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have a good night, Vicky.
Have a good night, Vicky.
That I can't think of. It's usually not usually a New York City
Right.
sport, so I can see that.
Huh. Jamal goes, speaking of the WNBA, did you guys see Angel Reese in the shorts? Yeah, no, I did see Angel Reese in the shorts. The question I had was like the girl that she was with, is that her girlfriend or is that just like a friend?
I'm not sure. When I worked when the Sparks were at the Forum, I worked. I was an usher there for a couple of seasons.
Okay.
And that's a valid question. I'll just say that. like you got to ask those kind of questions. Because you're about 50-50 where that's a friend or a partner.
Listen, Angel Reese was filling them shorts pretty well.
She did.
I give her that.
Yep.
Adam goes, will we see the Miz win another world title? No.
I don't think so.
He's done. That was it. There's no more for the Miz.
It was the timing. Like you didn't have the roster that we have now when he won those titles. So yeah, I don't see it.
Like I definitely don't see, like if the roster was small, then I would say yeah, maybe they would do that, but I don't see him. What you call it? Oh, a friend or a friend. Never know. Could be the friend. It's crazy too, is that sometimes when I do these quotes, like if people are watching like the video and I do this, like there were times like confetti would pop out or something.
You can't get it to do it anymore.
It just, I don't know, maybe we didn't pay the bill and it just said fuck it. I don't know. Maybe I downgraded the thing and it just said, "Oh, we're not giving you these special."
No more special effects for you.
Yeah, no more special effects.
I try to do stuff all the time to get it to, but nah.
I think that's it. I think we could wrap it up now.
All right.
So going into the shout outs, obviously shout outs to all the rest of the family right now of the Knuckleheads Network. We're doing a lot of big things. Okay, we had Dijak last week. We have people from Battle Club Pro that's going to be coming on the show soon enough. Ray is killing it every single week with Respected Craft. He's been having people on every single day. Tune in on Sunday. He's going to have a special birthday stream on Sunday at 8:00. I think Toe is going to jump on. I'm jumping on. I'm actually going to meet up with Ray because I have a gift for him.
Oh, look at that.
So I'll let him open it on the show. So he'll do that then. I want to jump on and say what's up and hang out with him for a little bit. It's at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys are available, jump on, say what's up, give a happy birthday shout out to him. And we'll rock out and have a good time. I'm hoping to start joining them again on Mondays, but the simple fact that my kids' baseball schedule has taken up so much of my time.
Summer.
No, this has been going on since the beginning of the year. Like I've been popping in and out of the Monday streams. Like there's times where like I just don't show up at all to a Monday stream.
Right.
By the time I get home at like 9:00, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I just want to lay down. I already had a long day from work, and then to travel and all the other nonsense, it's hard.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because like, me and Toe started the stream and I'm glad that Ray's done it. You know what I mean? So it's cool. Adam is like, he's glad that he found our channel.
Friends,
great. Hey, listen, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to it. Join us every single Thursday. You know what I mean? This is us here, Tyler, too. You know what I mean? Join us every single Thursday here at 10:00. This is what we do. We just talk wrestling. We talk with you guys. It's great that you guys are here.
And we talk real. We don't
Yeah.
parrot everything everybody else says.
Shout out to the guys over at the Fake Cave podcast, Tommy, Nick, and Phil. You know, they talk about action figures all day long, every single week. If you guys haven't joined their Facebook group, which is the Fake Cave, it's if you're an active wrestling action figure collector, that's one of the best sites one of the best pages that I would say to go to.
Yes.
It starts at $1 a month if you join their Patreon. That gives you access to their Facebook group, and everybody's buying and trading. There's one of the things that I like that's going on the page itself is to get to know your members.
Mm-hmm.
So like every week, and what's good about it is what I love is it's not just us, because like obviously like you're on there, I'm on there, Nick, Tom, and Phil is on there, and like we drop random questions, and Zach, and you know everyone else. So we kind of just like fill it in, but like you have other members that go on there, and it's like, you know what, I want to throw a question out there.
Yeah,
like, what's your favorite this? Who would
yeah,
you that? You know, it's
that's been fun. Like I see,
fun.
like, wait, let me pop on real quick and answer this question. You know?
Yeah. So you know, I go on there every day. I check it out to see who's saying what or whatever. I think who was the last one? I think it was Chad, which he didn't pop in today. Which I'm gonna get on him about that tomorrow.
Well, he out there because you got
I think
that money.
like
He out there
fast
spending the
food.
money.
Yeah, I think it was like fast foods. Like one has to go.
All right.
You only eat one for the rest of your life. I picked Chipotle. I was just like, fuck it, because I can always change shit around.
That's true. You can, and then they like they'll change up the menu. Even like they'll have some seasonal come up.
But definitely, you know, check that out if you guys are an active, you know, wrestling.
Starting at $1.
It's only $1, and it gets you all that stuff, and you can come interact with us a little bit more. You know, while you're at it too. Job of Tears podcast, Dumb Marks podcast. Shout outs to them. They've been doing amazing work, both podcasts. You can check them out on YouTube if you type their names in and check out like their work. Shout out to our sponsors, SeatGeek and Ringside Collectibles. So with SeatGeek, if you are new to SeatGeek and you've never bought any tickets from them at all, if you use the code word, the call up, that's going to save you $20 on your first purchase. Unfortunately, it won't save you any money after that, but it's good that at least you open it up, you start it up with us.
That's right.
If you decide you don't want to go to the Fake Cave and spend $1 every single month, which is, you think about it, you spend $1 more every day than anything else, right? But you can go to Ringside Collectibles. They also have the latest action figures. If you don't want to do the whole hunting or trading or asking people to come and help you stuff, if you use the code word, the call up, you use our code, that's going to save you 10% on every single order, every single time.
That's
so
right.
If you're looking for that new Cody Rhodes, it's on there. If you're looking for the Ethan Page from AEW, it's on there. If you're looking for a CM Punk, a Steiner, that's on there. If you're looking for exclusives that you can only find in Ringside Collectibles, it's on there. You know, and then the last thing is Battle Club Pro. There are a local wrestling show here in New York City. They're getting ready for Jobber Slam, which is August 24th. I wish I can be there. I'm actually not going to be in town. But the card looks pretty solid. They're going to have a cage match. They're doing some intergender matches. They always do that. They have Top Dollar is actually going to be there.
The dollar.
You know, hopefully he won't trip on the ropes and bust his ass.
Right.
But it should be a good show. Let's see how it goes. I know like Gigi and Toe and Ray, they'll be in the building for that show. So we'll report more when that happens. Hopefully, maybe we can get some people from Jobber Slam to come in and let them promote it, and let's have a good time with them here. I'm going to go through the comments before I say my shout outs to everybody here. Let's see. Crown was saying, I guess he was saying something about the Miz with him and Jamal.
Right.
And then he was just like SoCal way many places that end up with Berto. You've never been to Chipotle?
You know, I'm gonna back clown up here. There's so many taquerias. There's so many taco trucks.
Right.
There are just so many choices to go to for Mexican food before you end up at a Chipotle. That's
Right.
basically what he's saying.
Well, I know that in LA, there's so many different like taco trucks that are out there. Because like besides you, like I have other friends that live out, in LA, and they all say the same thing. They was just like, you could find a taco truck in every single corner, no matter where you are, and everyone is different.
Yep.
So you kind of like pick and choose, like
go to the
who
one
to
with the
go to.
longest line.
Exactly. I remember back in the day before we close out, where I used to work in the Bronx, and there's a particular spot in the Bronx in Fordham. Anybody who lives in New York City, Fordham Plaza. There used to be a lady who had a taco stand.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have a truck. It was just a food cart.
Mm-hmm.
And she would sell these big, like the size of my head burritos for $5.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And these were like the best burritos I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And I could tell because I'm 41 years old now. I had these burritos when I was in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And I still say that what that lady made was better than any burrito I've had so far.
And that's all LA people are saying, is that you got so many other choices, and I don't care what time of night that you can go to before you end up at Chipotle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all we're saying.
Listen, there has to be a time where I go to LA and all I want to do is just go on a tour.
Okay.
Of like different taco trucks and just test as many as possible. Even if we do one once a day, like, hey, today's Monday, we're gonna go here, here, and here. Tuesday, boom, 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 like that, and then we come back and we just. So, what do you think? And then I just give my opinion on that.
I hear that. I think that's
and obviously when that happens, guys, it won't be on the show here. We'll talk a little bit about it, but we're gonna blog the whole thing, throw it up on the Instagram. So if you guys are not following us on Instagram, please do so. It's the Call Up Podcast on Instagram. That's where you can interact with me and DJ. We post videos, throwbacks, current edition of stuff that's going on in wrestling. If you want to leave us an idea or a topic that you want to talk on the show, leave it there. People do that all the time, and we bring it on the show and we talk about it. Because at the end of the day, if it's not for you guys, then me and DJ would be here for maybe like an hour talking about certain topics, and then that's just it, and then we're done and we go home.
We don't want the show to be Popeye's biscuit.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be super dry. But this is why I always say, like, the show is not only ours, is yours too, and that's where we put everyone's comments. We talk about everything that we see in the chat, and it makes it fun for everybody.
That's right.
But guys, enjoy your weekend. Join us again on Thursday. We'll have a whole new set of topics to talk about. Shout outs to Crown, Adam, Tyler, Jamal, Tyson, Vicky. Who else? Am I missing anyone else?
Let's see. Did you get Robbie?
Robbie. They came through.
Maria was here at the beginning of the show.
I'm going through like all
Ken.
the names right now. Ken.
Yeah.
Even though Chad didn't come here, shout outs to Chad, because most likely he'll send us a message in the morning.
Right.
So he picked up the show. And like I said, guys, anytime you have any type of questions or you want to talk about something, you hit us up. Thank you again for another good show. Guys, enjoy your weekend, and we will talk.